Hi, welcome back to our channel of New Roots Skin and Hair Clinic. I'm Dr. Shrenik, consultant dermatologist. Today, I'll be discussing the factors which affect the graft survival rate. Two major factors affect this. One is the donor scalp factor, and other is the factors that occur on the operative day. Coming to the donor factor, to get very good results, donor quality is very important. It is considered very good donor if the hairs are uniformly thick and dense. 2 to 3 hair grafts have high survival rate. Normally the donor area is unaffected by DHT hormone, but in some individuals, even the donor area shows signs of thinning and miniaturization. One has to identify this to know how long the grafts can survive. Trichoscopy can help to identify the donor quality. Patient evaluation is important step before considering the surgery. At New Roots Hair Clinic, we carefully assess the donor area and estimate the number of grafts to be harvested. And also, we extract the hairs from only the safe donor area or the safe zone, which is known to be unaffected by DHT. We carefully select those hairs which grafts which have 2 to 3 hairs, and fine spars are left as such. If we extract and implant those fine hairs, the final result will be very less and we will not get the desired density. Then coming to operative day factors, these are the factors which affect during the process of transplantation. These are the most important factors that are controllable by the team which perform the transplantation. So each and every step has to be performed well to give the good results. So one is during extraction, the grafts are subjected to many stresses. These stresses can result in compromise or death of the grafts. Let's discuss one by one. One thing is physical damage to the grafts. This occurs during extraction when we use punches while extracting. These punches can cause physical trauma. Also, there occurs something called as transection or cutting of grafts. This transection can be avoided by using punches of high quality and appropriate diameter. Also, the experience of the person who is doing extraction matters. If there is complete or gross transection, it leads to wastage of grafts in the donor area. And if there is partial transection, like 1 or 2 hairs gets cut, that leads to loss of survival, and the hairs which regrow after transplantation will be very fine and weak. Blunt trauma to bulge region of the graft also leads to damage and reduced survival. So these has to be carefully handled during cleaning, separating and counting. This will prevent the blunt trauma and increase the chances of survival of the graft. One rare dreadful thing which occurs during transplantation is something called as ischemia reperfusion injury. Let's know what it is. During transplantation, hair tissue is separated from its blood supply and it enters into a state of ischemia. There is a temporary shutdown of oxygen and nutrients. This is the period when the grafts are out of the body. The time between extraction and implantation is called time out of the body. This time has to be minimized as much as possible for the best results. The lesser the grafts outside the body, the better the result. So during this period, there are certain metabolic changes that happens in the graft cells. There is buildup of toxins called free radicals and reactive oxygen species. These are damaging to the DNA and cell membrane, leading to the death of the cells. So this can be combated by reducing the time out of the body and adding nutrients and antioxidants to the storage solutions. Studies have shown that graft survival rate decreases with each passing hour at a rate of 1 to 2%. A study shows that the graft survival rate is 95% at the end of 2 hours, 90 at 4 hours, 88 at 6 hours, and comes to 86% at 8 hours. So roughly it is 1 to 2%. So it is clear that we should not keep the grafts beyond 6 hours after extraction. The grafts that are extracted first have to be implanted first, so that there is no further loss of precious time. Now let's deep dive into storage solution. These are the solutions in which the grafts are immersed temporarily before implantation. Some commonly used storage solutions are normal saline. It is 0.9% sodium chloride. Then we have Ringer's lactate. Tissue culture media can also be used. Plasmalite A. Newer solutions like hypothermosol, Viaspan and Custodial have been used by many surgeons. These solutions mimic blood or plasma in their ionic concentration and pH. So the grafts can stay for up to 6 hours without getting desiccated, dried or the survival rate can be increased by using these solutions. Also, we can add some extra additives into these solutions like vitamins, ATP, peptides, mannitol, amino acids and antioxidants. These can be added to give extra benefit and increase the survival of the grafts. They provide nutrition and maintain the physiological environment. So it is like the grafts are in the body only. Another important thing is we can add platelet-rich plasma or growth factor concentrate. This is known to increase the survival by 15%. Similarly, it also reduces the post-operative shedding phase. Each additive has its own benefit. So by using this, we can increase the survival rate. Another factor which has to be maintained is temperature. Maintaining a low temperature will slow down the metabolism in the grafts and thereby increasing the survival. A temperature of about 4 to 8 degrees Celsius has to be maintained during the entire process. One should not freeze the graft below -degree. This can lead to something called as cold injury. In summary, many factors influence the graft survival, and all these factors should be addressed carefully for one to have best results and get the maximum density. So to know more about such insights, please like and follow our channel. Thank you.